जय गिरधारी जय गिरधारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रांझन यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रांझन यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय गौर प्रेमानंदे। गुरवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. You are welcome for Srimad Bhagvatam class at Sri Krishna Balaram Temple, ISKCON Vrindavan. We are reading from 10th canto of Srimad Bhagvatam and chapter 83. And the verse for discussion today is the last verse of this chapter, 43. The subject matter for discussion is the 16,100 princesses. They were freed from the prison of Bhaumasur by Sri Krishna. And they said, nobody will accept us, neither our parents nor anybody else. So where can we go now? Sri Krishna said, if there is somebody who has nobody in this world, then I am shelter for all those. Anatha. Those who have no master, I am master for everybody. I am always Jagat-nath. I am the master of whole universe, not a whole universe, all the planetary system, Akhanda Koti, Brahmanda Nayak. So, in three verses, verse 40 to 43, is the subject matter, marriage of 16,100 queens. So in a one muhurat, astrologically, in a one particular exact fixed time, Krishna manifested himself. He expanded in 16,100 personalities and he married all the queens at one time. So today is the culmination of the queen's desire, what they want. Vrajastaryo yadavanchati pulandya satrana virodha gavascharayanto gopaha padasparasham mahatmanaha vrajastaryo yadavanchante pulendyasтрana viruddha pashvascha gavascharayanto gopaha padasparasham mahatmanaha vrajastaryo yadavanchante pulendyasтрana viruddha gavascharayanto gopaha padasprashan mahatmanaha Brajastriyo yadavanchante Purnayayarnadaha Narasarayanto gopaha Padasprashan mahatmanaha Vridashriya yada vanchante Pulandyastrana viruddha Bhavascharayato gopa Tad sparsham mahatmanaha Virjaistriyo yadavanchante Pulindastrana viruddha Bhavascharayanto gopa Padasprasham mahatmanaha Deviyo Brajaistriyo yadavanchante Pulandyastrana viruddha Gavascharayato gopaha Padasprashan mahatmanaha Vraja of Vraja Istriyaha the woman Yat is Vanchanti they desire Pulindyaha the woman of aborigine Pulind the tribe in Braj Trana from the grass Virudhaha and plants Gavaha the cows Charyataha who is grazing Gopaha the cowherd boys Pada of the feet Sprasham the touch Mahatmanaha of the Supreme Soul. Translation by the disciple Srila Prabhupada. We desire the same contact with Supreme Lord's feet that the young women of Vraja, cowherd boys and even the aborigine Pulinda woman desire. The touch of the dust he leaves on the plants and grass as he tends his cows. Purport. We will read Srila Prabhupada as Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad's purport, but let us finish this. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur reminds us of the jealous rivalry that always existed between queens of Dwarka and gopis of Braja. Jealous rivalry always existed between queens of Vrindavan, gopis of Vrindavan and queens of Dwarka. The word should be transcendental rivalry and jealousy. It's not material. It's called transcendental. There was one devotee in olden days. He was a little tricky, so Giriraj Swami Maharaj used to say, he's transcendentally rascal. Because he's a devotee, so. And there was other, he was simple, he says transcendentally fool. So one is transcendentally rascal and one is transcendentally fool. Because for devotees, there is a word trans. So basically the queens of Dwarka are a reflection of Radharani. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, they are described as reflection of Radharani. And Rukmani word means the ray of sun. Is golden. So Radharani is complete gold and Rukmani is a one ray. And if we consider Rukmani as the Lakshmi, goddess of fortune, then all the Lakshmis are also expansion of Radharani and the Vaikuntha. So how can one personality can be envious to the other, which is the expansion of herself? So this is a transcendental mellow, just to increase the love. And two words by now we should make and clear our mind. The queens of the Dwarka have a swakiya ras, married woman's love for the husband. They have swakiya bhava. And the gopis of Vrindavan has a parakiya bhava. So basically, there can be no rivalry in one sense, but therefore it is a transcendental rivalry and jealousy. Simply to love more Krishna. That's the goal, is to please Krishna. So in a competition to please Krishna, there is always jealous rivalry between the two groups. The gopis consider the sophisticated women of Dwarka the most serious threat to their hold on Krishna, confessing their anxiety to Uddhava. So, the gopis consider this sophisticated woman of Dwarka. So they were queens, they were living in royal palaces, they have all the facilities, the servants, and they are sophisticated. And the gopis of Vrindavan are very simple, coward girls. There's no sophistication. And they are considered serious threat to their hold on Sri Krishna. So competition is who pleases Krishna more, who control Krishna more. And Krishna is only controlled by love. So whose love is par excellence. So this is their competition. And so the gopis thinks the queens are threat, and they confess their anxiety to Uddhava. Now Uddhava is a messenger of Sri Krishna in Vrindavan to Brijabasis. But Krishna told to Uddhava, my dear Uddhava, you can, by your words, because you are the disciple of Brahaspati, the most knowledgeable person, a wise man, a scholar, you can please explain my longing for my parents, my friends, but gopis will not listen to your philosophical words. Why? Man manaska mad artha tyavakta jivitaha. Krishna says, they are man manaska. They have given their mind to me. Your philosophy will be understood by mind. They don't have a mind. Mad manaska. They have given their mind to me. And mad artha tyakta jivitaha. And for my sake, they can give up their life. They are simply keeping their life because I told them I will come back. So they are just keeping their life, that once I go, if I don't find them, then the pain which I feel, they cannot tolerate that. So they have no suffering on their own for themselves, but they are thinking, when I go and I don't find them, then I will have the pain of separation that they cannot bear. So Uddhava, I am giving you a written message. You should simply repeat this before the gopis. And when Uddhava had a talk with the gopis headed by Radharani, at that time gopis has this concern which is quoted here from Srimad Bhagvatam 10:47-45. 10:47-45 means when Uddhava visited Vrindavan. So Krishna, before leaving Mathura, he pleased his three devotees, they say. He sent Uddhava to the Vrindavan, he sent Akrur to the Hastinapur for the Pandavas' safety, and he went to Akrur's house, and also he went to the lady giving the Angarag to Kansa, Kubja. He went to the Kubja with Uddhava. So gopis told to Uddhava, Kasmat Krishna iyahati. प्राप्त राजो हताहितः कस्मात् कृष्ण याति प्राप्ता. Krishna has now achieved who? Raj hatahitah, the princesses. Narendra Kanya, they are the daughters of the kings. Udvaya, and then now he is living with them. How can he care for us? Why should Krishna come back here after winning a kingdom, killing his enemies and marrying the daughters of the kings? So gopis have a doubt, they have a threat that Krishna will not come back because, because now he has many princesses as his consorts. Rukmani, Rukmani is Lakshmi. He says his father Bhishmak has churned the milk ocean. And from that, the first poison came as Rukmi, his elder brother. And then came Rukmani, the Lakshmi. And in Swayamvar, Lakshmi wanted only to put the garland around the neck of Lord Vishnu. So Rukmani wanted Krishna. But Rukmi, pure poison was not only one person he was against that marriage. He wanted Rukmani to be married to Shishupal. But ultimately Krishna has kidnapped Rukmani. He has 3 marriages with Rukmani. First is Gandharva marriage by love letter, the first love letter of the history in Bhagavatam. And second is called Rakshasa Vivaha by kidnapping. And the third marriage was Vedic Vivaha by the parents doing Kanyadan in Dwarka. So Rukmani and her 7 chief co-wives, 8 principal wives of Krishna in Dwarka. The Rukmani was first one, and then on the pretext of Samantak jewel, there was Jambavati and Satyabhama, and then in Hastinapur at the bank of Jamuna, the Kalindi, and the next 4 were mostly from south. The one from Ujjain, Maitravanda, one Naganjiti. They gave a lot of dowry, and many other kings fought, wanted to fight with Krishna, but Arjun was with him. He killed all of them. 7 bulls at a time. One time Krishna controlled. These are the all different wives, Shabya, Lakshmana. So they are the 8 principal queen, and Rukmani is the head of them. They consider themselves so fortunate in their relationship with Krishna as he appeared in Dwarka that they did not especially desire to see him as he is in Vrindavan. So Krishna in Vrindavan is cowherd boy. For that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says the Swayam Bhagavan Sri Krishna is Nitya Kishore Natavar Gop Veshdhar Venukar. These are the 4 principal characteristic of Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu described as Swayam Bhagavan. Nitya Kishore Natavar Gop Veshdhar Venukar. And this personality you can see when Krishna is appearing before Madhavendra Puri with a pot of milk. That is Swayam Bhagavan Sri Krishna, a young boy in a cowherd, costumes. This is Swayam Bhagavan Krishna. And Swayam Bhagavan Krishna is Asamo Narayana. Garga Muni, when naming the Krishna, he said he's samo Narayana, which means he's equal to Narayan, but actually when the words can be separated, then he's asamo Narayan. Narayan is not equal to him. He has 4 characteristics which even Narayan don't have. Venu Madhuri, Rup Madhuri, Leela Madhuri, Prema Madhuri. This is from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. These are the 4 characteristics of Sri Krishna which are not even in Narayan, or even Krishna in Dwarka and Mathura has not these 4 characteristics. So Vrindavan Krishna is Madhurya Krishna. Dwarka Krishna is Aishwarya Krishna. Madhurya Krishna and Aishwarya Krishna. That is opulence of the Krishna. So the queens lived in opulence. They saw Krishna as a prince, so they don't want to see Krishna as a cowherd boy. That's what their mood is. So they heard something about Krishna, because he was while he was sleeping, he was speaking Gopi Radha, something like that in his dreams. So they asked from Rohini and others say what he is speaking night, and they told Krishna's pastime in Vrindavan only for 11 years. Actually after 10 years, Kishore age start after 10 years. And he was only hardly 11 years in Vrindavan. But usually Krishna's growth, as Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes, when he's 3 years he looks like 5. And when he's 7 he looks like 10, 11. And when he's 11 he's like 15. So he's a full Kishore. And his pastimes, which were very popular and Vishesh, special in Vrindavan, so they were knowing about that. And therefore, they never wanted Krishna to be Madhurya Krishna of Vrindavan. But the 16, now, comparison between the 8 principal queens and the rest new 16,100 princesses. So, but the 16,000 lesser queens, after hearing Uddhav describe Sri Radha's super excellent qualities, so they heard the super excellent qualities of Radhika from Uddhav, become attracted to touch the dust that falls from Krishna's feet onto the grass and plants of Vrindavan. And this description is in Venu Geet, which is the first song of gopis in Bhagvatam. There is the song called Before Meeting song, longing for meeting. They are in their homes, but they are thinking of Krishna herding the cows, and they are speaking of the great fortune of the deers and cows and the celestial woman with their husband in aeroplanes, and the Pulinda, the Aborigine girls particularly, because they used to find the red dust on the grass and plants from the lotus feet of Krishna, and they used to take that and smear on their face and chest, and they feel satisfied. So this is the episode which they heard from Uddhav, and they are desiring. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur indicate that some commentators give this as the reason why after Musa Leela means annihilation of Yadu dynasty. This is also a little little deeper meaning is Musal. Musal means the piece of iron, which appeared in the belly of Samba, the son of Jambavati. He was testing the rishis at the place called what kshetra? This is 65 kilometers before Dwarka, on the way from Ahmedabad. It's called, that's the name will come. We went once, visited that place at Pindarak Tirath. There is an ashram of Durvasa, and that place is Pindarak Tirath, where the rishis and demigods, they came to tell Krishna that the purpose for which we have prayed you is now fulfilled. The burden of the earth is now completely removed. You are now free to go back to your own abode, but we request on the way, please visit our planets. So they were taking bath at that time. Samba, who was very beautiful, was dressed as a young, expecting woman. And they went to the rishis and said, tell us what is going to be boy or girl. They say, you are children of Krishna. Why are you making, joke with the rishis? It's not good. He said, no, you don't know this. And then he said, we know that there is a musal, the piece of iron which will destroy the whole Yadu dynasty. This news was never told to Krishna. They told to the Ugrasen, he said, crush this, make a powder, throw it in the ocean. And it was thrown in the ocean. One small piece was also thrown there. The small piece was engulfed by the fish, and that piece reached there to the Mirgari, the hunter, and the rest of the powder become the irka grass near Somnath. And Krishna wanted this pastime to happen. Musal Leela means, and Krishna said, this is not going to have effect in Dwarka, because Dwarka, there's no curse can work. No curse will work in Dwarka. Narada is a curse, never speak more than 3 days. Never, he cannot stay any day, 3 days. But he was speaking there days and months, because no curse will exert influence in the Dham. So Krishna said, we are going to the place of Lord Shiva, because the annihilation is his business. So let us go to Somnath. That is the Lord Shiva's place. What actually Krishna wanted? He wanted the demigods which came to serve Krishna in his pastime, to relieve them and make them go back to their heavenly planet, back into your duty. But the Yadavas are eternal associate. They are now entering unmanifested pastime. So Musal Leela, the demigod portion in the Yaduvansis, they departed for heavenly planet. And the Yaduvansis, they entered into unmanifest pastime in Dwarka. So it's not that Musal Leela is destroying Yadu dynasty. Yaduvansis are eternal associate. They stay in unmanifest pastime. So after that pastime, Krishna at a place called Gyaan Vava. Vava in Gujarati means well. There's a place in Somnath, Prabhas Kshetra. It's called Prabhas Kshetra. Prabhas actually means Prakash, which means light. Because moon was cursed to become black. And the remedy was told to the moon that go and worship Somnath and then take a dip in ocean, you will get your shine back. So every fortnight, moon goes, worship the Lord Shiva there, who is now called Somnath, means master of the moon. And then he dip into the ocean. And Uddhava was telling this thing to Vidura, that like the fish in the ocean was thinking, this moon is one of us shining fish. Similarly, Krishna was living with us and we thought he is one of us, Yaduvansi. We never understood his glories. Now we are realizing this. So, at the time, at Gyana Vava, Krishna instructed Uddhava. That is the longest teaching in Bhagavatam. The longest teaching is Uddhava Gita. To Uddhava by Sri Krishna. What Krishna could not give to Arjuna at the battlefield in a Bhagavad Gita, that Krishna gave to Uddhava. Particularly mostly in Bhagavad Gita is things between between three modes of material nature. Only at two places beyond three modes of material nature is explained. But in Uddhava Gita, everything is mode of ignorance, mode of passion, mode of goodness, and beyond three mode. And in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna was inspired to act into the karma on behalf of Krishna. But in Uddhava Gita, Uddhava is advised to renounce everything and go to the Moksha Dham. Badrik Ashram is called Moksha Dham. Nobody take birth there. Only people has to die there. Nobody is born in Badrinath. Because 6 months is closed till now. And nobody stays there. And there's no birth there. It's called Moksha Dham. There as a representative. Because Krishna says, I went everywhere. But only Badrinath I did not go. So, you go Uddhav there as my representative. So Uddhav is on the altar in Badrika Ashram, and he is Pratinidhi, means representative of Narayan, and the mother of Narayan is Mother Murti, the wife of Dharma. So she is 2 kilometers on the side of Badrinath on a Narayan mountain. So once in a year, Narayan wants to go to visit her mother. So Uddhav as a representative goes there. So Krishna, before leaving this planet, he called Uddhav and he instructed him in detail about what has to be explained to the serious sadhakas or practitioners in this life to achieve back home, back to Godhead. So this Uddhava Gita should also be started like Bhagavad Gita, like we have Chaitanya Charitamrita once in a week, like at least twice a week we should start this 11th canto Uddhava Gita, it should be as popular as Bhagavad Gita, at least for the devotees. Because Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada has an elaborate commentary on the Uddhava Gita. So it's most important for the devotees, particularly for their inner transformation. For the inner transformation, this is very important, and if we start, it's good like Chaitanya Charitamrita. So after instructing Uddhava, Krishna called his chariot driver Daruka, and he told him, please you go immediately and tell about the annihilation of Yadu dynasty to my parents. And then you ask Arjun, who is in Dwarka right now, he was visiting me, and he brought the message of Yudhishthira Maharaj that what the Pandavas should do now. So tell him that immediately you take my queens from here to Hastinapur, along with Vajranabh. I mean, the Vajranabh not going with them, but Vajranabh has also to leave Dwarka and go to Mathura, our parental kingdom. Because after I leave, the ocean will reclaim whole Dwarka, which Vishwakarma has maybe made for me. Only one palace of Rukmani will remain. All other will be merged into the ocean. So now this is explained that when Arjun was taking those queens, who are those queens? 16,000 queens. So this is, after Musal Leela, the 16,000 queens were stolen from Arjun on the road by Krishna himself in the disguise of 16,000 cowards, who then took them away to Gokul. So, after Musal Leela, after the message of Daruka, Arjun immediately took all the queens in custody and he started moving from Dwarka. On the way, Krishna appeared as a cowherd man and fought with Arjuna and took all the queens. Some were left, but all he took away. And then Arjuna was saying, I am same Arjuna, my Gandhi is same, but I was defeated by some coward. How come that be? Maybe Krishna only bless somebody that he can do some miracle, but Krishna don't want, then he cannot do anything. So everything what we have talents is that they are given by Krishna. As long as Krishna wants us to use them in his service, we should use this. And when he wants, he can take away. Then we are the same person, but we cannot do the same thing. This is what we have to learn from Arjuna on the way. Now, we should just read the Chakravarti Pad's comment as it is here. Chakravarti Pad is starting from the verse 42, where the word is Shri, which generally means Lakshmi. So the Shri in the word Shriya in verse 42 cannot refer to Rukmani either. It is not Lakshmi. It is not Rukmani. The present verse says that woman of Vraja Striya, also desire the dust of Krishna's lotus feet. Once the Vraja gopis confess their anxiety to Uddhav, this is the verse we just read, Kasmat Krishna, why should Krishna come back here after winning the kingdom, killing the enemies and marrying the daughters of king? The gopis said this with envy towards Rukmani and other queens who are their competitors for Krishna's love. Thus the gopis could not desire anything related to Rukmani. The Sri referred here is none other than Srimati Radhika. So in 42 verse, the word Shriya does not refer to Lakshmi, neither it refers to Rukmani. It only and exclusively refers to Radhika. And who is Radhika? The supreme goddess of fortune identified by the Brahma, Brahda Gautamya Tantra, and this is the verse in Chaitanya Chaitamrita. Devi Krishna Mai Prokta Radhika Para Devata Sarva Lakshmi Mai Sarva Kanti Shromani Para. The transcendental goddess Radhika is the direct counterpart of Krishna. Direct counterpart. Radha Krishna is God. Prabhupada used to say, Radha Krishna is God, not our God. They are one. One is a father God, one is a mother God. And for shaping the devotee's life, you need both. Like a potter making a pot, from outside is hitting the pot, but from inside there is a soft hand. So soft hand from inside is Radhika. Dayamai Radhe, Karunamai Radhe. From outside, Krishna is actually shaping from outside, but from inside, the hand of Radhika is holding us. So that is most important. We need the mercy of both. Mercy of both is most important. But primarily Radhika's mercy, because in Hare Krishna mantra, 8 times we are addressing Radha directly, and each time the word Radha has a different meaning given by Jiva Goswami. Each time, each Hare has a different meaning. And each Krishna has a different meaning. And Ram has some wonderful meanings of Maha Mantra given by Srila Jiva Goswami and someone, I think maybe Rupa Goswami also. So, the queens of Dwarka said, intimate girlfriends of Radhika desire to touch the dust of Krishna's feet, which is enriched with fragrance of kumkuma from Sri Radha's beautiful chest. Even aboriginal women of Vrindavan, Pulinda, also desire the reddish powder when they see it smeared on the grass and plants, Trina Viruddha, as stated by the phrase Trina Rushitena in the Srimad Bhagvatam Venugeet. While Krishna tends cows, Gavas, his intimate cowherd boys, Priya Marama Sakha. So Krishna's boyfriends have also different categories. So one category is called Priya Marama Sakha. Also desire this dust of Krishna's lotus feet. Some boys like Shubal, having thoughts of attaining sentiment like gopis, not only desire it, but they also want to be directly touched by Krishna's feet, as described here, the word pada sprasha. Therefore, we queens of Dwarka also hanker for this. The word pada sprashan, touch of feet, can also be a modifier of the word pada raja. Touching foot or getting the dust of the feet are same thing, which is in the verse number 42, which means foot dust. Thus meaning would be gopis desire the dust from which touches the Krishna's feet. The 8 principal queens headed by Rukmani felt so fortunate and satisfied in their relationship with Krishna in Dwarka that they have no desire to attain dust of his feet. They have no desire. However, the 16,000 lesser queens, after meeting Uddhava in secluded place and hearing about the prema rasa of Brija, become very attached to touching the dust that falls from Krishna's feet onto grass and plants of Vrindavan. The queens become especially eager after hearing about the super excellent quality of Sri Radha's beauty, character and loving devotion, good fortune and sweetness by which she brings Krishna under control. Thus, some commentators give this as the reason why, same thing after Musa Leela, same words are there. So, I think about time, we have 10 minutes. Jiva Goswami writes in Laghu Vaishnava Toshani, Lakshmi is better than all women. How will you attain that she attain? Somebody asked from the queens of Dwarka, how will you attain that? He attained by greatness of prem, not by greatness of being woman or anything else. It's not that you are prince or princess or queen or some rich person, you will get the dust of. No, it's only by love. Krishna is only controlled by love, not by any other things. So it has previously been said that the Pulinda woman had their desire fulfilled in a Venugeet, their desire fulfilled. How? Similarly, grass and bushes, the creeper and trees growing in Vrindavan had their desire fulfilled. Because they are also living entities. They also want to serve Krishna. So why Krishna was going in the forest? Just to meet his friends. Who? The trees, the creepers, the grass. They are also great devotees of Krishna. Some great devotees are in that farm. They are living in Vrindavan. So no tree of the Vrindavan is an ordinary tree. Therefore Prabhupada never wanted this kadama tree, this tree, tamal tree to be, even in the courtyard. Similarly in Bombay temple, so costly land, he kept the tree there. Don't cut tree. That was the mood. And Raghunath Das Goswami, when he was excavating after Radha Kund, which is square, when he was excavating Shama Kund, in the night 5 Pandavas appears to Raghunath Das Goswami, tomorrow they are going to cut us and we are here to relish Krishna's pastime, please save us. And next day Das Goswami told the workers, never touch these trees. So the Sham Kund is not exactly square. So the trees are, they are devotees of Krishna. So their desire also fulfilled because they every day get the touch. I said, this tree, right in the courtyard of Krishna Balaram temple. Panchagora Prabhu, this was, the old one become dry and this was planted and the wood of that you made small pieces. But this tree has seen, it has attended all the classes. All the classes, all the artis, all darshan, not missed a single one. So she's the greatest devotee in this temple, right? Not missed a single arti, single class. Yeah, they are witness of every activity going on there. Greatest devotee, actually speaking. Or similarly, we went to the Indo-Nicobar Island. There was cellular jail. British used to put the freedom fighters there. So there is a one tree there which is still there. And they show that this tree has seen all the people, how they came and how they were treated. This is only the witness here. They show that tree which is next to the gate. Everybody was passing next to that tree. What they are showing there, those who have seen once, you cannot stop tears because this is so horrible scene there. 4x6 only cells where those prisoners were kept. There's nothing there. 7 such cellular jail was there. So trees. So Krishna fulfilled the desire of woman of Braj, Pulinda, the trees, the creepers, the cowherds, and the cowherds all desire touch of his feet. Generally, cowherd want to massage Krishna's feet. So they want that, but they massage usually. The degree of prem is from superior, woman of Braja, or the top, to the lesser, and lesser are the grass. The woman of Braj desire that touch, what to speak of Pulinda. The grass is superior to the creeper because of having intimate contact with him. Grass is more intimate than the creepers. They are on the other trees. So, cowherd male desire the touch of his feet in order to massage them. They desire the touch of the feet of Krishna, who is spread everywhere by his power, Mahatmanaha, and herds the cow by his mercy. Sridhar Swami says that verse 41 is answer to the question, since you household women enjoy all wealth, why do you desire him, Krishna? They have desire for nothing but him. Verse 42 is an answer to the question, why do you desire the dust from his feet? If you do not desire anything else, why do you also desire the dust? The another meaning is as follows. Concerning verse number 41, Shruti, Taittiriya Upanishad speak of the various degrees of happiness starting from that of humans. If human happiness is multiplied 10,000 times, it is the happiness of Brahma. And this highest happiness multiplied, this is the highest happiness. This happiness of Par Brahm is unlimited, anyantam. Yato vacho nivartante Words cannot describe it, Taittiriya Upanishad. What then to speak of the happiness of samipya? Samipya means to be very near, in close association. What is happiness? Samipya with Lord, the husband of Lakshmi. We do not desire any of those things, even secondarily. We do not want them as secondary goals. What do you desire to attain more than that? We desire to carry the dust of his feet on our head. We take him as our husband. Moreover, we desire those feet possessing the fragrance of Lakshmi's kumkum. But you have given up the foot of husband of Lakshmi, perfumed with her kumkum. If Shriya means Rukmani, you have gained that foot dust with her kumkum. To make real meaning of Shriya understood, then they speak present verse. So this verse is only, Jiva Goswami writes, to explain who is Shriya. It's not Lakshmi, it's not Rukmani, it is only Radhika. Purana Pulandya Upagaya Padam Bajaraga Sri Rukmanena Daityastan Manditena. The Aborigine women of the Vrindavan area become disturbed by the lust when they see the grass marked with the reddish kumkum powder, endowed with the color of Krishna's lotus feet. This power originally decorated the breast of the beloved, and when the aberrant woman smeared it on their face and chest, they felt fully satisfied and gave up all their anxiety. According to these words, the queen desired what the woman of Vrij desire. The present tense is used to show continuous desire. In listening the Pulinda woman and others, the queen desired to state their qualification for attaining the dust. They desire what the plant obtained. The inhabitant of Vrindavan, including gopis, cows, unmoving creature such as the twin arjun trees, animals, living entities with stunned consciousness such as bushes and thicket, and the snakes such as Kaliya, all achieve the perfection of life by unalloyed love for me, and thus they easily achieved me, because all got my dust of my lotus feet. Some of the cow herding cows, very priya sakha, cow herding boys, priya sakha, though they also took pleasure in such dust, they were unqualified since they were males. Thus they placed dust in the list. The meaning is this: she who is famous as Lakshmi desired this also, but she did not attain it. The wives of Kaliya say Lakshmi is right there doing the austerity in Belvan. She has not yet received the dust of the lotus feet of Krishna. O Lord, we do not know how the serpent Kaliya has attained this greatest opportunity of being touched by the dust of your lotus feet. For this end, the goddess of fortune performed austerity for centuries, giving up other desire and taking austere woe. Rukmani, who is famous as Shri, also did not attain it, since she was not a woman of Braj, belonging to the different time and place. The desire of Lakshmi also is stated in the following: Nayam Shriyo Anganaga. The gopis received direction from Lord that neither Lakshmi nor the most beautiful dancer in the heavenly planet could attain. In the last dance, the Lord showed his favor to the most fortunate gopis by placing his arms on their shoulder and dancing with each of them individually. No one can compare with gopis who receive the causeless mercy of Lord. It is said that women of Vrij more qualified than Rukmani. In Skanda Purana it is said, Rukmani Dwaraka Yam Tu Radha Vrindavane. Rukmani is in Dwarka and Radha in the forest of Vrindavan. Devi Krishnamai Prokta Radhika Para Devata. Brother Gautamya Tantra also says Radha is supreme among all gopis and reigns as Shri. And gopis also describe Radha. Certainly this particular gopi has perfectly worshipped the all-powerful Govinda, since he was so pleased with her that He abandoned the rest of us and brought her to this secluded place. So I just end it here. A few lines are there, and Sanatana Goswami also described the inner meaning of this verse, and the time is over, so we are ending it here. So the main thing, this verse is spoken simply to describe who is Shriya. So Shriya is not Lakshmi, Shriya is not Rukmani, Shriya is Radhika. And the gopis of Vrindavan are highest. So this is in accordance with the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mood. Aradhyam Brijesh Tanyam Tad Dham Vrindavan. And the last line is Brijvadhu Vargena. These gopis are Brijvadhu. So that is the highest and topmost aradhana or worship, as gopis are worshipping Krishna. That is the topmost worship. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in Radhika mood, and his associates are all associates of Vrindavan. So for our practice, we have to follow the associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and for our inner meditation, we have to follow their role in Krishna's pastime. That is the practice of Rag, Anoga, Sadhan, Bhakti. Outside, follow the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associate, and internally follow same associate in Krishna's pastime. That is the practice of our Rag Bhajan. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Any blessing? Yes, Prabhu. Time is over, but what do you think, boss?
What is the meaning of each word in Mahamudra by Jiva Goswami? What is the meaning of each word?
If it takes one seminar, I have to open the book and talk. Each word, each Hare is Radha in a different way. Hare Krishna.
All nectar, all nectar.
All nectar. Jai. Radhe Shyam. Thank you very much. I think we are already over time. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki. Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapuran ki.